The spectrum of consciousness. Imagine a journey beginning with the smallest pieces of matter and slowly moving toward the human mind. At the bottom are atoms and molecules. They interact, exchange energy, form structures, and respond to physical forces. But as far as science can determine, there is no evidence that an atom experiences anything. It reacts, but reaction isn't necessarily consciousness. Then comes life. Single cells and simple organisms can detect changes around them, move toward favorable conditions, avoid danger, obtain energy, and reproduce. They are incredibly complex systems, but we still don't know whether such organisms have any subjective experience. Then, something much more interesting appears. Nervous systems. Signals can travel through networks of cells, allowing organisms to sense their surroundings, coordinate movement, learn from experience, and respond to increasingly complicated situations. As animals become more complex, so does their behavior. Animals can perceive their environments, remember things, solve problems, communicate, recognize individuals, and sometimes even appear to understand aspects of themselves. Species such as great apes, dolphins, elephants, and certain birds demonstrate remarkable intelligence and behavior that suggests some form of conscious experience. But their consciousness may be very different from ours. And then we reach humans. Human consciousness seems to have an extraordinary ability to turn inward. We don't just see the world, we can think about our own thoughts. We remember the past, imagine futures that haven't happened, create languages, mathematics, art, technology, religions, philosophies, and entire civilizations. We can even ask, why am I conscious? And that's where the mystery becomes truly profound, because science can study neurons, brain activity, behavior, and information processing. But we still don't completely understand why any of that is accompanied by a subjective experience, the feeling of actually being someone. And now we have reached another strange possibility: artificial intelligence. AI can process enormous amounts of information, recognize patterns, solve problems, and produce remarkably intelligent behavior. But does intelligence automatically mean consciousness? We don't know. Maybe consciousness requires biology. Maybe it can emerge from sufficiently complex information processing. Or perhaps consciousness works in ways we haven't even imagined yet. So the journey goes from matter to life, to nervous systems, to perception, to intelligence, to self-awareness. And somewhere along that journey, matter became capable of looking at the universe and asking, "What am I?" That's us. And perhaps the most fascinating part is that we're still somewhere in the middle of the story. What do you think? Where do you think consciousness truly begins? And where could it go next? Leave your thoughts in the comments.